Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today I'm going to show you my favorite flat fold. And this fold does not need a closure. So no pins, no snappy, no boingo, and no bandy band are needed for this fold. Of course you could always use one, but you don't necessarily need one. I'll be doing a modified origami fold with jelly rolled legs and the good key method. So with all of this said, let's get started. Step 1, lay the flat down. Straighten it out. I find this fold to work best with a square flat, but you could always use it with a rectangular flat too. It just won't look as neat. And sometimes flats shrink and become rectangular. Steps 2 and 3 are very easy. It's just like folding a towel. Step 2, fold it in half. Grab one edge of the flat and bring it over to the other edge of the flat. In step 3, fold it in half again. I'll grab the bottom edge and bring it to the top edge. And now we have a square. And the next step is really the bread and butter of this fold. It might look a little confusing at first, but once you get it down, you'll feel very accomplished. When looking at this flat, I examine all the corners. Each corner looks a little different. The corner you're looking for is the one with all 4 edges loose and open. You'll be able to pull apart each layer of the flat on this corner. This is the corner you want to focus on for step 4. So for step 4, grab the top layer of this corner, just one layer of it, and pull it to the side until you make a triangle. It's okay to pull this layer to either side to figure out which way it will open. If I pull the top layer of the flat in one direction, it won't work. The whole flat will move. If I pull it the other way, then it works and a triangle will appear on top. It's okay to take this step slow. I've done this step tons of times before I even got it down. And once you get this step down, you will have mastered the hardest part of the origami fold. Step 5, carefully flip it over. Carefully. I always grab the bottom and the far corner when I'm flipping this over. Sometimes the fold can come undone when you flip it. So be mindful of that and also be gentle. Step 6, examine your flat. If you look at it, it's now morphed into 2 different shapes, a square and a triangle. The square part will turn into the center absorbency and the triangle will become the wings or the tabs of this diaper. A regular origami fold consists of folding the edge of the square piece inwards until it makes a rectangle. Sometimes that means folding that piece into thirds. And this part is really customizable. You can make this as narrow or as wide as you want. You can fold it into thirds, you can fold it into fourths, whatever you want to do. Just essentially you are folding it down into a rectangle. It's very, very simple. I just want to say that I keep saying it's my version, but I did not create this fold at all. I forget what video I was watching, but they did this with their modified origami fold, and if I can find it, I'll link it down below. If you look at the square, you'll see that the square has 2 layers of fabric. So to make this a modified fold, I take one layer of this square and I fold it in slightly. This step is customizable, so you can play around with it. I also take the other layer and I also fold that in slightly. Then I take what's left of this edge and I fold it inwards until it's a rectangle. So why? Why would I do a modified origami fold like this? Doing this actually puts more layers of absorbency in the front and center of the diaper, and that's where my girls need it. It also takes away the bulk from the back of this diaper. This fold can be really bulky in the butt area, so this kind of takes away that bulk back there. We don't ever really need that absorbency in the back, so this hack has helped us out a lot. Step 7, lay the baby onto the flat. I always make sure that the flat lines up with her belly button. That's a good place for all cloth diapers to start out at. Step 8, now I jelly roll the legs. The jelly roll is just rolling the fabric by the legs inwards. It doesn't need to be fancy. In fact, you don't even need to do this step at all, but I like doing it because it's really gentle on baby's legs, it gives a tighter fit, a more secure fit, and it holds in poops a lot better. It is a little bit of extra work, and in fact it comes with a learning curve. I sucked at it pretty much the first 20 times I did it, but practice makes perfect. Step 9, this is where the good key method comes in. I use a variation of the good key method. Pull the tab up and over so it's a snug fit. I find this works best with stretchy flats because they're stretchy and they have more give to them. And I do this hack with both of the tabs, which are also interchangeably called wings. You'll hear me call these tabs and wings. They're the same thing. So just pull it up and over. Step 10, this is where no closure is needed. This is where I tuck in the fabric of one of the wings, kind of near the bikini line area. There's a little space that's perfect for tucking the fabric into. And this is why I love this fold. The origami fold has long tabs or wings or whatever you want to call it, and these long wings make it really easy to just tuck that fabric in anywhere. And the last thing that I do is I put a cover over it. I line the back of the diaper up to her belly button. I make sure that the diaper is fitting in her bikini line. Sometimes squeezing a diaper into the bikini line causes the front of the cover to scrunch, but that's perfectly normal. And then I secure it around baby. I always check the leg holes to make sure the fit looks okay, and I tuck in any of the flat that I see hanging out. I also check the back elastic to make sure that the flat isn't sticking out either. And that's it. If you know how to do the origami fold before watching this, then this should be a really easy fold for you because you just have to do a few modifications. But if you're new to the origami fold, then I'll leave a few video links down below of the origami fold so you can practice. And this fold does take practice. The basis of it is just an origami fold with a few modifications, so get the origami fold down and then you can do the modifications. Over time, I've modified this to my personal preference, and this is my go-to fold when I want to wrap a flat around my girls. I'm definitely not an expert at all on flat folds, or even flats. However, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to check the description box for more links to other videos. It might help you understand kind of what I'm doing here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.